Good morning. Welcome. I'm Dory, and I'm coming to you with Prairie Scraps. I'm actually coming from my truck, so I apologize. I should say my rig. In Idaho, we call it a rig. Anyway, I just did my first drop off to school, and I don't know why. It just felt very humbling and very in foster care, I guess I'm talking about. It was very humbling and very, I don't know, today I'm feeling kind of tearful, so I apologize. I'm trying not to cry. It's been a long week. We are 1 week in to our foster care process, and I have to say a lot of things, feelings just are really strong during this whole process. And I think for me, it's because I want to so much. It's just super humbling. I walked into the school and everybody's like, "Thank you so much for what you're doing," and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I don't know. I won't, but yet the pressure is on because I want to do something. I want to make an impact on somebody's life. So here we go. So that all being said, I went to my first IEP meeting, and that was super humbling. It was easy for me to sit there and kind of feel like I was not really a part of it, but yet a part of it. Like, yeah, I'm responsible for this, but it was so huge, like all these goals and all these things. And then I had this thought in the middle of it, like people, like normal people like me, sit through IEP meetings with their kids, and wow, I mean, that's huge. It was easy for me to a little bit divorce myself, like this isn't like I'm just taking care of this kid. I'm not, I love him so much even in a week, but it's still not, I didn't give birth to this child. I can only imagine how that would feel for a mom and dad to sit in an IEP meeting with all these specialists telling you all these things that this child needs or needs to do or whatever. I mean, it was just kind of overwhelming. So the first week, humbling for sure. Then we had a snow day yesterday, and I have to say, because yesterday was supposed to be first day in school, and in the public school, we are required by law in Idaho to put the kids in school. I homeschool my own kids. I have 3 kids at home right now, homeschooling. And so I actually, although I'm really a believer of homeschooling, I really think this is the best process for foster kids, at least initially until they get adopted into a forever family, or if they go back to their own family, that's their family's choice. But for our family, I think that's going to be the thing that's going to give all of us, not only him, but our foster children, but also our own family, my own kids, a little bit of saving grace. Because we're going to get a break every day. He's going to get his needs met at school, and my kids can get their homeschooling done without the interruptions and constant emotional well-being and emotional stuff that goes on with having somebody new in our home. So needless to say, I wasn't the happiest mom yesterday when they called a snow day. I was kind of looking forward to a little bit of a break and respite from just everybody's emotions and my own emotions even more so. So when they called snow day at 5:31 a.m., I was like, please, no. And I think that was a humbling experience for me because one of the phenomenons I've noticed with public school parents lately is this constant Facebook posts about not can't wait till their kids go back to school. And honestly, without this whole foster care thing, I was really quite judgmental. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be judgmental, but I can't believe that people would not want to be with their kids. Like, I love being with my kids. I love teaching my kids. I love having them at homeschool. I love having them at home. I love seeing all their the first time reading, the first time getting a math question, whatever it is. I love being with my kids. I don't necessarily set out to have my kids be my best friends, but I think that really is the truth. They end up being very close to me and vice versa. So anyway, I always am just appalled at the beginning of school at how many posts of parents saying on Facebook, like, I can't wait till I go back to school. I just, got to get back to my life. And it's like, wait a second, you had this kid. Why don't you love them enough to be with them all day? So anyway, I'm still pretty frustrated about that, because I think, and this is my strong opinion, you can probably disagree, and this might get a lot of comments, I don't know, but I don't know. I just think you have these kids, love and cherish them as long as you have them. They're such a blessing. And don't, even just if it's a frustration one day with something that's going on, honestly, these are your kids. God gave you them. And if they see that, because everything on the internet stays on the internet, right? So anyway, someday they're going to see that. And I would feel awful if my parents said that about me when I was going back. I don't know if they did. Thankfully, they didn't have Facebook to vent like I am right now. So anyway, so there it is. So today I walked in and it went pretty smoothly. Once we got to school, we did have our first kind of big breakdown this morning trying to get ready for school, but a lot of it was, I know, was the nervous energy of trying something new and all the new changes and just new people, and is it going to work out, and am I going to come back for him, which I am. I'm going to go back after school. So anyway, I just thought I'd come to you and say, phew, we got him off, and now we're into a 4-day weekend. So again, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this weekend. We have all kinds of things regularly scheduled for my kids, and I don't want to stress him out. So I'm doing my best to try to make every situation be as clear and comforting to him so that it's not a new change to add to what he's already experienced in the last week. So there you go. Our first week. Tearful for no reason, really. Just emotional. I feel like there's so much weight on my shoulders because... And I know there's no perfect way to do it, and foster parents aren't expected to be perfect and whatnot, but I don't know. It just seems like such a huge thing. And I think a part of me feels like I am taking on some of his, sitting through his IEP and hearing his history. That was crazy. So if you're a foster parent, I totally highly suggest doing all those school things. I think we're supposed to in the state of Idaho. I don't know. I wouldn't have missed it if I, unless I really, really had to. So I really appreciate the school sitting down, allowing me to be in the meeting and allowing me to help be a part of the process of planning his school day out. That all went really well, and I'm pretty impressed with our school district for that. So I'm positive he's there. He went okay. Everything seemed okay. So I think it's going to be a good thing for him to be there. I think they're really working hard to make sure he's getting all his needs met. So we're there a week. I can't say that, I don't know. Maybe not such good news, but anyway, there you go. My first experience with doing public schools. I have a couple kids that go in and out for band and choir, and that's it. They go in, they go out, and a lot of times I'm just dropping off, picking up, and it's just 1 or 2 hours. The rest of the time they're with me, so this was kind of a new experience, and I feel like I'm missing something. So anyway, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. Please comment and like and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you can. I will be coming in once in a while just to kind of tell you, maybe it's just my own diary of how this goes. So anyway, talk to you soon.